Chandler Dolphin, starting center for Utah State University. A lot of experience and depth on the offensive line, but trying to figure out some of the guys on either side of you. How's that kind of going so far, and trying to develop the depth and the experience on that offensive line?
Sure, there's a lot of moving pieces right now. I think the one thing that we're just trying to focus on as a unit is just playing with effort and straining to finish on every single block. We don't always know what's going on behind us. We just want to give it 100% effort on every single play. And we know that we'll put out 5 guys on the field that will do that on a consistent basis, guys that will continually show effort and will do their job at a high level and execute, what they're being asked to do. So right now that's our focus as a unit, is fanatical effort and straining to finish on every play.
Last year, you were the starting center for the majority of the season, vast majority of the season. Coming into this season, undisputed, you're the center. Just how's that kind of rolling in with that experience? You're returning with the same coach, same offensive coordinator, same offensive line coach, same quarterback behind you. How different is this season coming into it compared to the way things were last year, where there's a lot of unknowns?
I think, last year, obviously, we set a standard for ourselves on what Utah State football is supposed to look like. So as someone who's coming back from that team and someone who played on that team, I feel definitely a heightened sense of responsibility to, bring all the other guys on, bring everybody along with us, all those guys who were a part of that team last year, who were a part of the process and knew that worked, and we trusted in it. Now I feel more of a responsibility to bring guys that weren't a part of our team last year, to bring them along with us and show them that, this is, if we do things the right way, that, we can, at the end, we can achieve our goal and win a Mountain West championship and get better every day. But, it's just definitely feel more of a responsibility to lead and to bring all the younger guys along with us.
That's one of the things that's always challenging across sports. Like, to win something, you were conference champions, that's tough to do. It had never been done at Utah State. What can be more difficult is doing it again. Sometimes people come into it thinking, we did it, we know what to do, but sometimes that can be really tough to replicate what it took to get there. How do you feel things are this year and trying to repeat that?
No, that's a great point you bring up. I think last year we were kind of like a dark horse, right? I think nobody really expected us to give them a good challenge and a good game. And, to be frank, this year we have a target on our backs coming back as the reigning Mountain West champion. So that, every team that plays us this year is going to give us their best. And so that's what we want. We want the challenge. We're ready for that. But it definitely changes things. And you have to take things up another notch. And you have to, exert a different level of effort to be able to go back-to-back. That's incredibly difficult. But, that's still our goal. Mainly our goal is to get 1 degree better every day. But at the end, we would love to win a championship. That's the ultimate goal. And it's definitely going to be more difficult this year, but we're up for the challenge, and our goals aren't changing. So,
yeah, despite being reigning champs, there doesn't seem to be a lot of respect given to this program from preseason polls and things like that. So it's I think they're doing you guys a favor by putting another chip on your shoulder. That's okay. So for you as the center and just someone on the offensive line, what gives you more satisfaction at your position? Protecting your quarterback so he can have a deep pass down the field, or creating a gap that the running back is able to get off a big run? Or does it really matter to you?
That's a good question. I wouldn't say it really matters. Anytime that we're throwing a deep bomb down the field and one of our wide receivers out there making an incredible catch for a touchdown or an explosive play, and same thing with the running backs when I'm seeing Calvin Tyler or John Gentry or Lake Makakona coming up behind, it's breaking a big run. That's a great feeling too. So it really don't make no difference to me. I think I could probably speak for everybody on the offensive line when we say that, So it's we try to bust our butts for the skill guys, and when they do well, when they get good yardage, that's some of the most rewarding things about football as an offensive lineman.
This is a team that likes to play with pace, and you guys are quick onto the ball, the offensive line, moving up and keeping things moving forward, getting things set so everybody else can get in position. Do you feel better about where you're at this year compared to last year, trying to learn that and get caught up to what coaches are asking of you? Or does it feel like this is who we are and we're kind of used to it by now?
I feel like that's who, after you played in the system for a little while and you have a few games under your belt, you kind of understand how to operate within the bounds of the game and where you should be moving to the ball, right? Obviously, we have a very distinct set of operations that we're trying to follow that allow us to play as fast as we can humanly possible. And so, that's something that, it took a little bit to learn last year, but now that we're on to this year and we've been doing it, that's something that's definitely more familiar with everybody. So.
And then finally, how would you evaluate that defense that you're having to face every day in practice and what they're going to be able to do this season?
They're a phenomenal defense. They play really, really hard. They chase the ball. They have a lot of, obviously speak on the defensive line and linebackers since I go against those guys, on a daily basis. But, we return a lot of guys on the defensive line. A lot of them are really strong and twitchy, and they all play with the chip on their shoulder. They play really hard, and I think I feel extremely confident about our defense this year and capabilities of our defense. I think that they're going to give a lot of offenses more than they can handle. So.
I lied. I do have one more question. And it's just that, fall camp is really now done. And so the next step is turning your focus to UConn. How do you feel like camp has gone and a sense of readiness for game number 1?
I feel like camp has gone well. I still don't think that we, especially as offensive line, are where we need to be. And so our focus over these next few days and our focus over these last few days has just been fanatical effort, training to finish, and great execution. And so that's our goal coming out of fall camp. And as we prep for UConn, is we need to stack good practice days on top of good practice days and continue to develop as a group and as a unit. So when we go out there on the 27th of August to play UConn, we have a solid product that, for the fans and for the university, that we feel confident we can go out there and play hard and come away with it with a win on our first week. So,
well, we're excited to see how this season goes. Best of luck to you. We'll be watching closely, and thanks so much.
Thank you. Appreciate you.